Hello everyone, and today we'll be reviewing an Eart Explorer 1 guitar. A little bit of a story on how I got this. I didn't have a Super Strat at the moment, and I wanted to get one. Nothing too expensive, I wanted to be under the 1,000 range, and I came across a Facebook page of someone getting this exact same guitar, but in purple. So I did a little research online, and I was able to find this for $300 on Amazon. And everywhere else has about the same price range. But I went with Amazon because of the free shipping, and also they have a good return policy, which I'll get into later on in the video on how that came useful to me. So next, let's go over the specs of this guitar. It has a poplar veneer top, and the body itself is made out of African safflower pear wood, carbonized paired body. The neck has a C-curved neck. It's real nice. It's not as thin as an Ibanez, but it's not as thick as a old Schecter. It's like right in the middle. It's real nice. Nice and polished, fast, matte finish. And the fretboard itself is made out of Indian rosewood. Looks real nice as well. It's a 25.5-inch scale. It has 24 frets, which is let's see what it says right here. Oxygen quality silk, crowned, polished, rounded, off frets. And after the sheet itself, it says anti-oxidation. So I'm not entirely sure what it's made out of. It doesn't say anywhere besides Saint Silk, which I don't know if that's right or not, but maybe it is. But it says it's anti-oxidation, so you don't have to worry about rust. The pickups are closed double coil humbuckers, and everything else seems pretty standard. Nothing aftermarket or whatnot, except for the tuners, which I'm going to read off right here. Technology USA, copyright Seal 2008 Colorado. So it doesn't necessarily say a brand name, but hopefully you can see this. They are definitely not your cheap tuners that you would find on a standard guitar in this price range as well. So as for specs, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can do research online and get pretty much all the information, but from what I see right here, there's like 3 different sheets and whatnot. So the neck, which is probably the most important thing about the guitar, is pretty damn good on this thing. It's pretty much in league with my $2,000 ESP, and I'll tell you why. These frets are rounded off. They've been crowned very nicely. There's no sharp fret ends anywhere throughout the neck. And there's no issues whatsoever when I first got this, and still after a couple months coming to a year, still no issues. The only thing I can say, and that's being nitpicky, is the nut itself is a little bit low on top and you can catch your finger on it. But then again, that is nitpicky. The neck itself is very smooth. I don't feel anything on this neck whatsoever. No dents, no extra grit, dirt, whatever. It makes it feel rough. And it's very, very nice. Basically, that's it, man. This is a very nice neck. And being that this guitar was made in China, being one of those Chinese cheaper options for you to get versus the other major brands, that's saying a lot. So next we'll be talking about the body, which has some pros and cons. I like the veneer on this, but obviously there's no substitute for the real thing. I don't know, I have mixed feelings on having this top on here, but I can live with it. The finish on this guitar is probably the worst thing about this guitar in its entirety. I don't know why, but this is going back to why I got it on Amazon and how I am very happy that I did. The first guitar I got here, for some reason, and you can see in this area where there's like paint missing, Well, the first one I got, the paint was missing about yay big. It was natural about right here. And of course, it was unacceptable. I was able to send it back and get a replacement. And you can see it's kind of still seems to have issues here. I don't know if they're using a machine or whatnot, but they're not getting enough paint here. But this was, I was able to tolerate this much at least. And it's somewhere all over the guitar too. Right here on the horn, it's missing paint. And I'm getting nitpicky here, but the neck on the lower half is missing some too. But like I'm saying, this is probably the worst feature on this guitar, or, you know, worst con of it. If that is something you can't stand, well, that's something to look for in these. Like I said, you go on Amazon, you get the guitar and look at it and be able to return it free of charge, no restocking fee, no nothing. So I was happy with that. And but besides the paint not being evenly spread and not missing a good amount, I understand this is a veneer and it's the burl is sometimes hard. I actually had an Ibanez who had burl as well. In some locations it was natural, but that was mostly for the parts in the burl that was, had the holes and whatnot. But, if you don't care about the finish being absolutely perfect, that's not going to be much of an issue for you. But other than that, the body is perfect. I really like it. I like the bevel right here. Can give enough reach for the higher frets without hitting your hand. And just the feel of it. It's just like the neck. It's super smooth without any dents or anything. Now, that being said, when I got this guitar, it didn't have any defects. It shipped real nice. No dents, no chips, no nothing. But like I said the first time, because of the color, that's why I returned it. But besides what I've stated, everything else looks great. The rounding on the pickups, well, it's not perfect, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's slightly off. It's not perpendicular with the pickups. But I say it's a great body. Could have done better on the paint job. So next is pickups, and there's not much to say about these. They're actually pretty good for being standard pickups. Now, I don't know for sure if they're the ones who made it or whatnot, but they sound pretty good. Like when I first played this, I didn't think, wow, I'm going to have to switch these out so I can enjoy this guitar. I'm actually happy to just having these here. The electronics are all good. Nothing's falling off. Volume, tone, 3-position switch. And I haven't had any issues with these pickups or anything electronic on this guitar. Plugs in, plays, no fuzzy noise, no buzzing, no nothing. And I'm pretty happy with them. So next we'll talk about the bridge. The bridge is pretty standard, but it holds tuning very well. But I think the main reason that this guitar holds tuning very well is because of these. I'm just going to say they're aftermarket because this guitar is made in China. Tuners made in Colorado. They feel real nice. There's no play when you're done tuning them. Doesn't feel janky at all. And like I said, playing this guitar for past couple of months, it holds tuning very well. So the bridge, I say just keep it there. Unless you like the feeling of an aftermarket bridge like a hip shot, go for it. But I don't think it's necessary to keep stability on this guitar. So my overall opinion of this Eart Explorer 1 guitar, I think it's the best guitar I have ever purchased that was Chinese made. There's no competition. I had NK guitars, I have Ivy guitars, I have GOCs, I had some fake guitars. Obviously, those are the bottom of the list of being good. But out of those other guitars that are somewhat playable, good, decent, I have to say this one tops it off. And one of the biggest reasons is because of the neck and fretboard work that was done on this guitar. Amazing. Like I said, it pretty much matches of my $2,000 ESP guitar. Obviously, my ESP guitar has aftermarket options like Fishman's and whatnot, but for the price, I mean, GOCs are going up and up now. NKs are definitely more than $300 right now. I know they're headless, but there are headless models of Eart guitars. I've yet to use any of them, but it sounds like a good next step for me to get one of those because, I've been in and out of the headless game. But without a doubt, I am very happy with this guitar, and it's becoming my main 6-string guitar for these past couple of months. I am hoping that they make an 8-string version of these. They already do have a 7-string Explorer version of these, so if you're looking for 7 of these, they do have that. They don't have them headless modeled 7-string yet, but who knows, because the 7-string model just came out a couple months ago. So looking forward to see what Eart will release in the next couple of months, or who knows how long, but I am excited to see what they release. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'm pretty good at answering them. And I hope that you got some decent information from this video. Thanks.